Hello. Now I'm going to tell about odataclass17 class. In the class, there is a code. To understand that code, this is an explanation given to me for myself only. Actually, to understand that code, first you have to know how you can declare work area and internal table. There are different ways to create internal table and work area, which I got from YouTube. This is a screenshot from YouTube where one person explained very good. Creating of internal table using a standard. Uh, this is creating of internal table using a standard table called the standard table is Mara. This is also creation of a work area using a standard table Mara. And again here creating work area using internal table and again creating internal table using work area and we are creating internal table using existing internal table and we are creating work area using existing work area. And definitely actually this is a self-explanation video. If I observe this I can understand, if not I can refer the explanation uh, of this slide from the YouTuber where he explains all this different types of creation of work area and internal table. So this knowledge is important to understand this code. And let me share the screen of the code. Here you can see initially this is our code. Initially we are declaring t-expand. So t-expand is a structure which contains both header table fields and items table fields. So first of all, we are including the structure of the header table. The structure of the header table contains all the fields of the header table. After that, we are including an internal table of we. After that, we are including a table type of items table. So basically, this can store an internal table. So this is very complex data type which has a structure and which has an internal table. Why this happens means because one header record will be there, corresponding three items records will be there. It is about the referential, that sort of I will explain you by showing another slide. Hmm. For that, again, SCP recorded videos. We have OData 17 and we have OData 16, and this is from OData 16 also. Now I'm sharing another thing. If you observe this, here header data and item data is there. For each header table, in header table records are there. For each header table, there are corresponding three rows. For each row of header table, there are corresponding three rows of items table. For 101 user ID, 3. For 102 user ID, 2 items. For 103, 2 items. For 104, 1 item. So there are multiple items for one user ID. User ID is the referential constraint, common field in both header table and item table. So this knowledge also should be there to us to understand our code. So coming back to our code, so we have to create a complex data type. This is a complex data type. This is, you can see that a complex data type, a complex structure which has a table structure. Also, it has an internal table also. TT underscore user items means it is a table type of uh, user items table. It is a predefined way which we can use to create an internal table of items table. So we created a complex structure. Actually, the goal here is we have to in get entity set method we are combining the header data and items data and printing that. So to combine both data, we have to use the combination of header table and items table. So we created a structure, and after that creating a structure, we have lt expand like table of t expand and ls expand and all this. If initially I showed you one slide, different ways of creating a work area and different area ways of creating work area, right? This slide is very important to understand all those stuff which is shown there, especially this like using like keyword also you can create work area uh, using like keyword you can create a work area. Yeah, work area using existing work area. So coming back to our code, so in our code first we created an internal table using work area. After that this internal table which holds the header uh, and items both, because we used the work area. uh, that work area is this. Actually this is not only structure, a complex structure which has that table also. So it can be used as an work area here. So we created an internal table using work area, and this internal table can hold both header and items data. This internal table can hold both header and items data. After that, we have created a final work area. This is using existing work area. It has same columns as t expand structure. Same columns as t expand structure. What is t expand structure? This is a t expand structure, complex structure. So same columns, one means it contains all columns of header table, and it contains all columns of that items table also. But basically here internal table is also, we have to consider it as internal table of items table. So you can understand it same columns as t expand structure. So ls expand like t expand. So ls expand is the final work area, hmm, which has same columns as a t expand. Yeah, this is our final structure for final work area. Final structure for final work area. Creating final work area. So we have created a final work area, dude. Where is that? So final work area using existing work area, and this is the same columns as the expand structure. Okay. So this tree expand structure is okay. Now again, data. Here we are creating an internal table using standard internal table. Z user info is the standard table or standard table of header. Now internal table of header type. So you can consider it as an internal table of header type also. It is similar to that because our internal table is created with the Z user info, that all these are internally, yeah. Our Z user info is our header table. Z user info is our header table. Z user details is our items table. You can see that also if you have this. So this is actually here. They have not shown it, but that is the case. We have created it previously. Before this code, I think there is an explanation about what is header table and what is uh, items table. Initially, whenever we started, we have created that header table. We have created the header table and jet user info. Using jet user info, you have created a header table and all the structures, and using jet user details, you have created that items table related stuff. There are many technical terms. Uh, course entity type means it is work area. So user items. So entity set means it is internal table. So we used both these tables. So one is related to this the user details is related to items data, and jet user info is related to header information. So without any confusions, this is OData class 17 code comments, and I have to share it. So where I am, and our referential key is also there. Referential key, we have defined it as a user ID, referential constraint, right? So where it is, where we are. So here we have created for looping purpose. We have created an internal table which is used in a loop statement. That internal table is created by the standard table, jet user info, and this is a header table. And now again, is header type jet user info for looping work area using standard table. So again, for looping, we created a work area. This is also using standard table, jet user info. Same we did for header. The same we did for that items table stuff also, for looping purpose and internal table, for looping purpose and work area, uh, using that standard internal table of jet user details, and columns will be same as the items table, but data will be not there in this work area. You know that all syntaxes, and data is item type ZCL. Okay, this is TS predefined type structure user items. From that from our entity type user items, we have created the structure for that predefined structure is there. So this user items is items. For items table, there is a predefined structure using MPC class and using MPC class. So with that structure, we have created a work area which is used for temporary storage. Okay, using structure, this work area we created using structure of items table. So this is the structure of items table. Actually, this is Structure of items table, structure of uh, structure of user items entity type. And the user items is our entity type, and user items is the entity type of items table. User items is the entity type of items table. Entity type means work area. Again, here items table is chat user details. That stuff, I think chat user details only, no? Where is chat user details? Uh, one chat user info, one table. Another one is chat user details. Okay. So where I stopped? Yeah. Here items table is chat user details. So that's why we are creating the work area. So type, if you use it type and creating a work area means here you're using a predefined structure, okay, which we get from this entity type and OData syntax. After that we used where is our my screen got okay, yes 17 once wait I will tell. So OData 17 and code and comments. So this is our OData 17 and code and comments, and I'm sharing it. So each data type ZCL, Z630 AM, OData bit, BA, MPC, ETS, user items. So you have all this. So you understood, okay, this is for temporary storage. We created a work area related to items table. Now again, we have this constant which is of type string, and inside quotes inside string we have some np on user id. This is a constant which stores the items table can be stored here, because np on user id in t expand this in this structure, np on user id is nothing but this table type of user items. So table type of items table, so this internal table, this is an internal table created using table type, right? So this is an internal table. So we are storing the internal table of that items table stuff, table type user items. So that internal table of items table is stored where? Here. Inside quotes means it will be converted into a string, and that string, all that items data is stored in this constant. After that, we are selecting from a jet user info, which is our header table, and we are sending all those corresponding fields data into LT header. LT header is our internal table of header table. And again here again we are doing same with the jet user details, which is our items table. So we are sending the items table data into this LT item data internal table. This is an internal table of items. This is an internal table of items. Where is that LT item data? This is LT item data type table of Z user details for looping internal table. Okay, for looping we created this. These both internal tables we created for looping. Now, first the header loop starts. Loop at LT header into LS header. So we are looping an internal table uh, to a work. So the loop syntax, loop at internal table. Okay, internal loop at internal table into the work area. So this internal table uh, and this is internal table and this is work area. Okay, internal table and work area. Where is internal table? This LT is this is related to header stuff. So this is our header stuff, right? This is items stuff. Okay, this is header stuff, right? Where we are, where we are. So loop at LT internal table, and here we are performing loop at LT header into ls header. So header internal table to header work area, right? What we are doing here, we are sending this is work area and this is internal table. The header data is there here and we are sending the header data to one row. We send it here, I think. That one row is there using move corresponding. We are sending that again to ls expand. This is work area and this is also work area, but this is small work area, this is big work area. This work area consists only header fields. This work area consists both header fields and items fields. That's why it is called as a final work area. So ls expand, you can see that ls expand, this is final work area, existing using existing work area, right? So we created this. Uh, we created this using existing work area, but this is final work area. And so we are looping it and we are sending that record values into this final work area. After that, again, we are looping it. This is another loop inside a loop, nested loop. This loop, in this loop, we are using that this loop is for items data. So loop at LT item data. LT item data is nothing but this is the internal table of items. Now we are sending this is the work area of items. Here user ID should be equal to is header. Already here work area is there. In this work area, definitely there will be a user ID. So with that user ID, this uh, internal table user ID should match. If it is matched, then that value only will be there here. That row only will be there. All rows which are matching with the user ID only will be there. User ID is the referential key between both the internal tables, right? Both header and that item in both user ID is the common field. To get clarity, you have to see that another photo which I have shown initially about a referential constraint and a common field. That is here for each user ID header. This is header. This is header. Collection of header records. Collection of header records. Collection of item records. So for each user IDs are there. Okay, for one user ID there is a chance of having three items, right? So common is user ID. So that is the referential constraint. So we coming to again OData class 17 and we are sharing it. So here user ID is there. In this user ID is header user ID is there. Uh, so that so whatever the user ID matches, if user ID is 101, so with that 101, three are there. So all those three records should come in this loop. Come in this loop. All those three records should come in this loop related to this items data. After that, this is work area. From this work area, we are sharing ls item. We are sharing to another work area. This is also items related stuff. Items related work area, and we are sharing that, and we are passing that one. We are passing this items data to this work area, and this is for temporary storage because there are three rows. There are three records of 101. First one record came, and we are passing that one record into this temporary storage. Why we are doing it? Because see, from this temporary storage, we are appending it to this final final work area. In final work area, this is the column for the items data. We are appending it. After appending it, we are clearing this temporary storage because there are three items, there are three records for 101. So one record over, now second record has to come. So first so present record data should be erased, cleared, and again the loop continues, and there again we can get data from the internal table, and we can pass that to this temporary storage work area. Temporary storage work area we're passing, and we're doing the same process until the three records are sent to this final work area. After this is the end of header loop. After header loop is over, then we're appending this is our this is our internal table. This is our final work area. We are appending final work area to final internal table, and we are clearing that final. We are clearing final work area, and this is the end of our items loop. And you can see this is the final internal table. So final internal table where it is. So one is final work area. This is our final internal table. Final internal table. Say this final internal table lt expand. After that, where is our stuff? Where we are gone? Then up to where we have gone? We have copied that final work area. Where final work area is appended with that final internal table. After that, the data inside this variable, this work area is cleared because we have sent the data which is here. We have sent it to that final internal table. And the loop continues, and loop continues and continues, and finally all data will be sent to this final internal table which contains both header and items data. Now we have to send this final internal table to ER entity set. Okay, output parameter. For sending that, we have to use copy data to ref. Yeah. Source to target. And there is, the syntax, right? This is source and this is target. This is a syntax of a copy data ref syntax, copy data to ref syntax, right? After that, insert lc expand tech clause into table ed expanded tech clauses. So ed expanded tech clauses is a table. In the table, we are inserting this the value inside this. What is the value inside this? The value inside that lc, that stuff. Where is that lc stuff? lc expand tech clause. It is a constant, which is a string, which has this value. Okay, this is the items data. It has the items data. Yeah, right? NP means items here. Items, NP, table type, user items. So the items data is finally, we have already discussed that and we have explained about that stuff. And where is that? And finally, we are sending this constant of items data to, which is in the form of string. We are sending those items data, which is in the form of string, into this table ed expanded tech clauses. From here, using this constant, we are inserting that. We are inserting that. Con. We are inserting that constant to this table. What is that constant. Hope you understand. So this is the explanation for this code. Finally, we are sending for two entity set, which is the output parameter. For that output parameter, we are sending the final internal table. We are sending the final internal table to this. And our final internal table consists of both header and items data. It consists of the combination of header and items data. Success. Thank you very much. And I have to stop the recording. Where is that stop recording?